Hello, good morning.
Louie, Louie, you were first contacted by the UFC when you were working a night shift on the railway. These are the events that you visualised on those night shifts on the railway. How does it feel to finally be here and you're about to make a huge statement?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning and Mick Maynard was ringing me and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? But yeah, I got the call when I was working and ever since I started my MMA career, these are the type of events that I wanted to be involved in, you know, especially being at home in London. At the end of the day, I told Mick on the phone that night and in the previous conversations that I'll fight anywhere, anyone, but to do it in London is great, so yeah.
You've worked with the champ as well, Tom Aspinall and the Aspinall team. How much have you learned from him and the rest of that team that you'll be utilising this weekend?
Yeah, I've learnt so much from himself and his team. The way he approaches fights. It's always good to get an insight to the people that are at the top of the game, and especially somebody in your division as well. So to have him so close to home, it's a blessing, really. Yeah, just so much, not stylistically and stuff like that. It's more so how he approaches fights, mindset, nutrition, that kind of stuff, you know.
You've got a great, attractive, aggressive fighting style, good personality as well. Do you feel like...
Are you saying I'm good looking?
No, I was saying attractive fighting style. I didn't... Oh,
Yeah.
pause. You've got a great fighting style, good personality. Do you think you're the guy to inject new life into the heavyweight division? Do you feel like it's a sense of duty for yourself?
Yeah, there's always a sense of duty. I mean, look, everyone's talking shit about the heavyweight division at the moment. And, you know, in past, the heavyweight division is the reason why people want to get in the seats and watch, really. Yeah, I'm the type of person, I'm explosive, you know, I can talk some shit. And my fighting style is exciting. I don't think I've ever been in a boring fight, really, thinking back now. But, yeah, I mean, these are the type of people, you know, you need in the division. And it's lacking it a bit at the moment, but with a few signings, I'm sure the heavyweight division will be on top again. So, yeah, someone like me is here to do that.
Perfect, thank you.
Birgir Guðmundsson from MMA News in Iceland. If everything goes perfectly for you on fight night, what does that look like?
If everything goes perfectly, I mean, what is a perfect night? I don't think we live in an ideal world. But in an ideal world, as soon as I clean Brando out, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at that sort of top 15 again. You know, I came in and fought someone in the top 15 on my debut. Didn't go my way, but yeah, I'll fight anybody anyway. I know it's cliche, but a perfect night would be a good finish, and then whoever wants it next, anyone can get it.
Okay. Do you expect this fight to be more technical or an all-out war?
I think as heavyweights, we always think it's going to be technical, but to the people watching on the outside, it's probably going to be a slugfest. I think it's going to be a good first 5 minutes.
Okay. Do you have a message for your opponent?
Be ready.
Brilliant.
Louie, over here.
Yep.
You fought in some of the major organisations outside the UFC. What has been the biggest difference now you're inside the UFC fight week, leading up to the fight? What's the biggest difference being in the UFC for yourself?
The UFC is the pinnacle. Obviously, people say that, but until you get here, you obviously realise that in terms of the way they treat you. They bring the PI to the hotels, preparing your food and things like that. It's just the way they look after you. That's the ultimate difference I see in the other organisations compared to the UFC. Yeah.
And the O2 crowd on Saturday is going to be electric. And obviously, you're
She's electric.
Thank you for that. And the crowd's going to be insane. And you know, you're someone who you feed off that crowd energy. You can see it when you weigh, you can see it when you fight. And so, is that something you dreamed of when you were first coming up fighting in London in the UFC?
I think I dreamed of it as a little boy, in terms of not just in MMA, but just whatever sport I chose to play. I always envisioned big crowds, big noise, and me putting on a performance. So I do feed off that, whether it's negative energy in terms of like the boos. I mean, I've been in France before, they booed the fuck out of me, but I really enjoyed it, you know? And whether they're cheering for me or booing for me, either way, I'm going to put on a show, so yeah.
And last one from me. I'm asking every UK fighter on the card today. The White House is probably the biggest talk about news in MMA right now. What would your UK equivalent venue of choice be for a UK version of the White House? And who would you want to fight on that card?
I would say 10 Downing Street, but fuck that. That's a bit boring. One for me would be something at the The Tottenham Stadium, the Spurs Stadium. I'm a massive Spurs fan, so something at the Spurs Stadium would be pretty good. Headlining the Tottenham Stadium, because then I can pop across the road, grab some chicken and chips, and head to my nan's house. Yeah, that would be ideal.
And who would you want to fight in the Spurs Stadium?
Fucking anybody.
Thanks, Louie.
Just right there. I just want to come back on the situation of the heavyweight division. What you thought about Pereira against Gan, the combined event of the White House, and your prediction about this fight?
I think it's a really good matchup. I think the matchmakers have done well with that one. Obviously, we're expecting a good technical stand-up fight, you know. But I keep toing and froing. I think yesterday I was like, I think Cyril Gahn could probably do it. He's technically very good. But then again, I never like to write off Pereira. I think what he's done since he's come into the UFC and in the sport in general is something really good. And I think if he can get the job done that night, I think it puts him into that sort of GOAT contention, if I'm honest, yeah. So I don't have a prediction, because tomorrow I'll change my mind, but hopefully it's a good fight.
And for your fight, do you have a prediction, like a precise prediction?
I'm going to knock Brando out by axe kick.
That will be great. Thank you.
So you've mentioned you are a sports fan, so I want to ask what you say about their form right now.
Next question, please. The form has been terrible, to be fair. Hopefully I can bring some light to the Spurs fans. But last night was a good result, I guess, against Atletico. But yeah, we've got some serious problems and it needs fixing. So hopefully we can stay in the Premier League and, you know, kick on next year. Yeah.
Louie, right here. Back, yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Your opponent Brando is a KO King, and you are a KO King. What do you think his style suits you better than Walter Walker's style, and maybe a performance bonus or a fight of the night bonus? You will see.
For sure. I mean, get your checkbook out. Stylistically, it's great because I think every time I've got to sort of this level, they've always matched me against grapplers and wrestlers. And as you know, it's that classic grappler versus striker stuff. And yeah, Brando has a good pedigree in kickboxing and Muay Thai. I mean, I have a decent pedigree in boxing myself from a young age. Stylistically, it's great because it's going to be two big guys with good pedigrees in the striking. So, yeah, I think stylistically it's great. It's a good matchup. So I think Mick Maynard's done a good job there with that matchup. So hopefully it's going to be a fan favourite.
And back to the football. I'm a big Nottingham Forest fan, so I...
Oh, no. Security, please.
I hope both teams will stay in the Premier League. Just that's it.
Thank you so much. Good luck on Sunday. I think we have Forest.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just one here, Louis. Do you feel, you know, now that we're in fight week, any extra pressure coming off a loss? Do you feel any bigger weight on your shoulders knowing that you need to go in there and almost make a statement now in London?
No, there's no pressure at all. I mean, this isn't new to me. I've lost before. This isn't the only sport I've lost in. I've lost, you know, boxing when I boxed as a child, rugby games. You know, losing is part of the sport and you have to learn how to deal with that. And I've always bounced back very well from a loss. A loss has always served me well. I learn a lot from losing, even though I hate it. But there's no pressure. I just like to perform. And, you know, what was gutting about the Volta fight is that it was short-lived and I didn't get to express myself. So, yeah, there's no pressure on me. I like to, you know, wipe my mouth of it and just get back on the horse.
Yeah, as you said, it was short-lived. How much can you take from that from your UFC debut? How much did you actually learn from that entire process?
I still learnt some things. When I was in there, again, I didn't feel any pressure. I looked at my corner and was like, you know, this is where I belong. And I knew on the feet that I had his number. From the first 10 seconds after we touched gloves, I see the shots that could have got him out of there. But, you know, in this sport, you zig instead of zagging, and you can get caught. And I think his only way to get me out of there was the heel hook, and he executed. And I think I missed my right hand by millimetres. And but look, I broke the guy's leg within one leg kick, I think it was. Snapped his leg in half. So I take that as a positive. I mean, crushing some bones is always a positive. Yeah.
All good, guys? Thank you so much.
Nice one. Thanks, guys. See ya.